Hello, if you've never seen me before, hi, my name is Yuki, and if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Yeah. I've missed you guys. There's been so much going on. But I'm here. The last video ended on a somber note, but the light is back. The sunshine is back. We are back and we are in business. You get me? So this is a highly requested video. And I know YouTubers always do this thing where they're like, yeah, guys, this is highly requested, whereas nobody asked for it. But legit, like, y'all have been hounding me for this video for a minute. So I finally decided to do it. This is a how I get ready for work / registered nurse makeup tutorial / I just need to go to work and look like I look put together. Like I put effort into my face without actually putting effort and time into my face. This takes me 10 to 15 minutes, more on the 15-minute slide, because you know, y'all, we're working on our speed over on this side of YouTube, okay? Just bear with me. I promise I'm trying to just get my life together. Not every one of us can be like Leah J and do our makeup in 12 minutes and look beat with lashes, okay? I'm sure it could probably take you even less than 10 minutes if you have flawless skin, because there are really not a lot of steps. So the first step, obviously, after I hop out the shower, I put my contacts in, and then I apply my moisturizing sunscreen. I really don't do my full face skincare routine when I'm in a rush, okay? I just can't do it. And I would much rather spend time sleeping than anything else, basically. So there you have it, folks. The truth has been exposed. Well, I'm just going to start off. My brows are microbladed, which reminds me, today is my 6 to 8 week touch-up. So I actually, when I'm done filming this in another video, I need to go to get my brows microbladed. I sound so fancy. This is a NYX micro brow pencil in the shade black. Hi, NYX Cosmetics. Please sponsor me, because I'm always pushing for this micro brow pencil because it's legit really good and it's cheap. So yeah, please sponsor me. Thank you. I basically just go on the outer perimeter of the brow, each brow, not the brow, because kind of got two brows, you know, in case we didn't notice here. Yeah. So that's basically it, just the outer perimeter. I don't touch anywhere else because and I didn't time this because obviously I'm gonna be talking, so it's gonna take me longer than it usually does anyway. So I didn't see a point. I'm now using what I consider to be my brow gel. It's the Maybelline Great Lash Mascara in transparent, or in clear transparent. I've got it squeezed under my brows real quick, darlings. My next step is foundation, and instead of using foundations that are in a squeezy tube, I just go ahead and use my Clinique Beyond Perfecting. It is a tad bit on the red side, this shade. This is a shade, ooh, my eyes. This is a shade Clove. I literally just use, I dip into the bottle twice. That's pretty much it. And I know some people will feel some type of way, like, oh my gosh, this is so not hygienic. Womp, womp, womp. First of all, how about you wash your hands for a full 15 seconds after you've used the restroom, Claudia? Don't worry about my foundation. It's okay. It's just me using it. Just chill. So, second dip, and I concentrate it around my mouth. And because of the fact that this is on the orange side, I enjoy concentrating it around my mouth because I know it's going to cancel out some of that, you know, the little ashy dark tones that we've got with the hyperpigmentation there. And I just use my brush. This is my Morphe M439, and stamp along. I don't know if you noticed, but I did not apply any foundation anywhere other than the center of the face, and that's because I'm going to spread it out. I also didn't apply any to my forehead because I'm noticing, one, it still looks good without applying foundation directly to the forehead. I'll still blend it up there, but two, it takes longer if you apply it to your forehead directly. It takes longer for you to blend it out. So I'm just taking whatever's left on the brush and just swiping. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm not slathering it all over my lips. There's a reason why. We'll get to that later, but let me do this. Go ahead and comment down below if you're one of those people who would rather spend more time sleeping than trying to have a beat face for work. You see how that didn't really take long? And the foundation dries a little bit darker on me, which I really don't mind because the concealer I'm about to use is gonna balance everything out anyway. So I'm just grabbing my concealer and placing it in the usual spots. If I have a little bit of extra time, what I will do is I will actually let this dry down for a little bit. But for the most part, when I'm doing my makeup, it's like super early in the morning, anywhere from 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. And so I'll usually have my fan on because for whatever reason, like I don't know, I just do. With the overhead fan on, I really don't have to let this sit for a long time because, you know, the fan is gonna help me to, okay, the fan is really loud. I really let this sit for maybe like a minute, really not for long at all. But let's just... Drying my concealer, you're drying my concealer, drying my concealer quickly. And then go around the perimeter, the under eye area first. And then what I do, and this is why I like this shade of concealer, I take it up onto my eyelid as well. If you guys didn't notice, I didn't clean up underneath my brow with concealer like I do in literally every video and every instance. But this is just so much quicker, especially when you just want to look presentable and you don't have time to be blending and trying to do everything that you normally would if you were doing a taking your time makeup look. So with me doing this, I shave off so much time off of my getting ready process. And I really suggest doing it this way because if you directly apply concealer to your eyelids, it's going to take you forever to blend out. So I just find that it's easier to carry it from under the eye to the actual eyelid space. So at this point, I pretty much have to be careful because what ends up happening is blending concealer is really therapeutic for me. So what I end up doing is I just spend forever just tapping and patting and doing all of that. And then I'm like, wait a minute, no, I only have 5 more minutes. Wait, I wasn't ready. So that's the one thing I noticed that I do quite a lot of. Next, to set, I take my Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. And I'm going to pretty much set everywhere with this other than the areas that I will be applying my bronzer. So instead of tapping it off at the back of my hand, I just take it straight to the lid area and then go down, just like that. And go back up and it'll disappear into the skin. Here's how this usually happens. I'll dip into my Laura Mercier, I'll tap it off on the back of my hand and then go in under the eye and set it. But I found that when I was doing that, I didn't have enough left over to cover the eyelids. So I just go on the eyelids first, go underneath the eyes, and then back onto the eyelids. And just back and forth until all the product disappears. And when you're in a rush, this really doesn't really take much time at all. If I'm feeling a little bit, you know, a little bit extra that day, I'll go ahead and bake. It's actually funny that I'm doing this video because I stopped wearing makeup to work for a good, like, I want to say 2 years. I just completely stopped. I showed up to work one day. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, are you okay? Like, what's going on? You haven't worn makeup in a while. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm fine. I just didn't want to wear makeup to work. If you're doing something as labor intensive as nursing, you will know that it's very important to have good quality products that work for your skin. And if you have oily skin, those products combat oil. Sometimes I'll prime in my T-zone because that's where I get oily the quickest. I'm going to use my Prime Beauty Bronzeville bronzer. Bronzeville. I always get this name mixed up because it's like a different spelling everywhere that I look. And I just tap it right underneath the cheeks. And then start to swirl. I've noticed that with blush, even if your face is pretty bare, if you have on some blush, it really makes you look like you put effort into your face. I don't know what it is, but it's just something I picked up on. I'm using the Mented Cosmetics Buried Away blush. These are literally the only blushes I've been using for the past few months. It's crazy. See what it just does something to the skin. Ugh. And I am taking it up pretty high. Baby, what? What? Okay, so once that's done, the next thing I'll do is I'll go in with my highlight, and I've been going in with my highlight before setting. I don't know why. I think it's just, I would rather just have everything done and then spray, and as I'm walking over to go get dressed, the spray is setting in. So I think that's just why I do that. But I'm using the Official Glam Beauty highlighter in Drippin'. Y'all know me. We're gonna take this right in the inner corner, and then I use my trusty, what is this? It's a Lit Cosmetics liner brush, actually. It's quite old. Blend that out with the fingers. Very lightly go in with my highlighter. Sometimes I'll leave it like this, but in order to kind of have some congruency with the eyes and the rest of the face, I'll take my bronzer. I forgot to show this earlier because I do this when I have my bronzer already out. I'll take my bronzer and just a large blending brush. What is this? This is an LA Girl brush, 202. And I'll tap it onto the outer corner and then bring it in. And that's pretty much it, like, for the eyes. Baby, hello, do you see that? Do you see that? It doesn't even look like I'm going to work. It looks like I'm, bruh. I'm telling you, man. Makeups is magics. I think people call it makeups. Like, are you okay? Are you all right in the head? I'll grab my mascara and just apply. If I have a bit of extra time and I'm feeling a little, you know, a little adventurous, I'll go ahead and apply some eyeliner. I grab a wet wipe and I actually remove all the products from my lips. If you are an OG viewer of my channel, you know this is a huge step for me because I personally do not like my lip shade, like the natural shade of my lips, because they're two completely different colors. But the reason I'm doing this is because ever since I got Invisalign, every little product on my lips gets on my aligners and it drives me nuts. You're talking all day, you're interacting with people, and the last thing I really want to have to worry about is having product on my aligners, because it's not like your regular teeth where you can just, like, you know, and it's gone. See, that doesn't even sound good. Where you can just, like, you know, lick off the product, like, you know, just do that. No, it's plastic. It's going to stick. Any lip product, whether it be foundation or lip gloss or a liquid lipstick, even though it's dried down, trust me, that's happened to me as well. It's all gonna stick to the aligners. So I just remove everything that's on my lips, okay? So we have a clean slate. Spray my face down. After my face is set, I just go ahead and I apply some lip balm. I don't even really mess with lip gloss like that. I want a little bit of shine, but also some nourishment to the lips. I started using the Jack Black Intense Therapy Lip Balm. And so I just basically apply this to the lips and I'm done. And I usually do this like in the car because I don't know. So this is pretty much it. I opt for lip balm and not lip gloss because lip gloss just tends to get pretty sticky, especially if I go ahead and use a colored lip gloss. It's just going to be a mess. I find that I have better control with the lip balm and it's not getting all over my freaking Invisalign trays. And even if it was to get on the trays, it glides off pretty easily. I don't tend to get that with lip gloss. So that's another thing. This is pretty much the finished look. Obviously, I'm still trying to get used to how this face looks without anything on the lips, because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like to this day, this thing still bothers me. And before now, I never used to have to deal with my lip colors, but now that I have these trays in, I now have to deal with this, and I now have to incorporate this into my makeup routine where I know I'm going to be doing a lot of talking, a lot of moving around. Sometimes I will take my mascara. You guys know I like my little dots under the eyes, but I find that it's not as professional. So I'll just go ahead and do, y'all, I ain't got no type of lower lashes, none whatsoever. So I basically just make small strokes with the mascara onto my skin because I have more skin there than I do lashes. I know I did not do the whole like color correct, and we ain't got time for that. We need to sleep, okay? When you're waking up at 4 a.m., 4:30, 5 a.m. every day, you don't have time to worry about color correcting. Color correcting has its own concerns, it can take care of itself on other days. It's about you. It's about you getting your rest, okay? You really just have to know which products work for you. So which foundations look best on you, which foundations or concealers actually look best and work best for your skin over a longer period of time, especially if you're doing 12-hour shifts. Please, if you're doing 12-hour shifts or you're doing doubles or anything like that, don't expect for your makeup to look flawless. It's not going to by the end of your shift. Just accept the fact. It's not going to look flawless. It's okay. You can grab your powder to touch up. You can grab some blotting sheets if you get oily. You can pack all that stuff in your work bag. I personally don't. I don't take any makeup with me. I'm just like, whatever I look like at the end of the day is what I'm gonna look like at the end of the day. That is it for this video, you guys. This is my work makeup look. I know there's no color and y'all know me for color, but I can do another video like this if you want, where I tell you how you can incorporate color into your work look and still have it looking work appropriate without getting called into HR. Yeah. Anyways, guys, that is enough of my shenanigans. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed this, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, comment down below in the comment section to let me know what you like to do. How many minutes does it take for you to get ready for work? Because I really want to know. Like I said, it takes me about 10 to 15 minutes, more on the 15-minute side. There was one time it took me 9 minutes, but I cannot vouch for my blending skills for that day. If you're not following me on Instagram, please be sure to do so. I'm at Yuki_YOUKEYY_. Some people are having issues saying my name. It's Yuki. Yuki. Simple. That's all, folks. Thank you so much for hanging out with me once again. And I do hope to see you in the next video, Lord willing. Stay blessed. Bye.